Hi, my name is Mr. Exim and welcome to my EdTech channel where I show you how to get the most out of technology in the classroom. Now this video is all about how to use meetings in Teams. Now this aspect of Teams has been completely revamped over the last couple of months to compete with Zoom. You can now have up to 49 people on screen at a time with 300 in a meeting, which is going to be soon increasing to 1,000. You can reduce visual fatigue using the new Together mode. Meetings that are recorded are saved on the cloud in Stream and added straight to the channel for that team. I like to use that to pre-record info for my class as well as doing live lessons. The integrated whiteboard has been completely boosted and you can raise your hand, have transcription, and very soon they will add breakout rooms. So if you weren't using Teams for your meetings before, then now might be the time to start. So there are various different ways that you can start a meeting or schedule a meeting in Teams. And it really depends on whether you want to just start a meeting with a kind of ad hoc group of people or whether it's a specific team that has already been set up, whether it be a class team or a staff team. Let's look at starting a meeting with a class team. I've got two options. Whenever I go into a team, I got this meet button at the top right. If I just hit that button straight off, it will instantly start a meeting within that group, within that team. I've got my usual meeting options here. I can choose my camera, I can choose my mic, I can choose my background option. These are great. You've got lots of different locations here. Or you can add your own customized one if you press the add new button at the top. And I can give it a little name here. Okay, so can we just catch up? And I can just click join now. What that'll do is it'll instantly start a meeting. Now the people in that team won't get a notification about it at this point. However, what I can do is once that meeting has started, I can just invite people and it will call them. Okay, it will call them live as it were. So these are the people who are already a member of this class. And I could just say, actually I want this person to join because I want to have a chat with them now for a couple of minutes. Maybe I've pre-warned them about this. Okay, and now they're getting called. All right, so we switch the student view. You'll see that they are being called here. Okay, they're going to decline it in this case. So that's a quick way to start a sort of live meeting as it were. All right. However, most of the time you're going to want to schedule a meeting in advance so that the students or the staff members know that it's going to happen. Now the way to do that is to go to the particular channel where this meeting is going to be hosted. Okay, maybe you've got a specific channel called meetings where you're going to do all these meetings, or maybe it's to do with a particular topic. But when you go to that particular channel, so I'm in the general channel of this team, and I see that meet button, if I click the little arrow next to it, I can schedule a meeting for this particular team and this particular channel. Okay. So this is going to be a live lesson, for example, where I'm going to teach them. They're not going to be in the classroom, so I'm going to schedule this in advance for them. Okay, it's going to put it in this particular channel here. I don't need to invite attendees because it's going to be posted in the channel, and I can give them any further information about this meeting here. I'm just going to click send. Okay. Now what will happen is that anybody in that class should get an email. There we go. It will say that you've basically been invited to a meeting. There's a link that they can use to join it. They can respond up here. They can click yes, I'll be there, don't worry. Okay, and what happened then is it goes into their calendar. So if they look at their Outlook calendar, it will be there. Okay, there it is, test lesson for them to join. They can join it directly here. They can join it in their email. They can join it from their phone. If they go into Teams, you'll see that that meeting has been scheduled. And they can join it from here, or it's now also in their Teams calendar and they can join it from there. I'm going to start that meeting just to show you some of the options that you get when you're in a meeting. So when you're in a meeting, you've got a few buttons. You've got the show participants button at the top, and here you'll be able to see who's been invited, and you'll also be able to switch their role. Okay, I've got the little chat option here. I've also got raise your hand, which students can do to get your attention. Okay, and you'll get a little notification saying that participant has raised their hand. I can turn my camera off, my microphone, and here is my share content button. This allows me to share my screen. You'll notice that this is all in a particular pop-out window, so I can still use Teams in the background if I want to. I can share my whole desktop and whatever's going on my desktop. I can share a particular PowerPoint that I may have been using recently. Okay, if I'm showing a video, I want to click that to include the computer sound, so that gets shared with the students as well. I've also got this thing called whiteboard. This will allow me to create a new whiteboard for this particular group at this particular time. Okay, I can have an option where it's just me who's presenting on there, or it could be a collaborative whiteboard and everybody who is in that meeting can actually contribute to that whiteboard live. Okay, so I can use my stylus for this, and I can be drawing and explaining, and they can all see this. They can potentially write on there as well if they want to. All right, for further options, I can open it in the app, and that will open up the whiteboard app, where you can do loads more stuff rather than just these basic pens here if you want. And again, it will all be happening live. And when it's all finished, that meeting is finished, that whiteboard does get saved and is accessible and shareable after the meeting. So I'm just going to quit that whiteboard for a second and go back to the meeting. Now the next thing to look at are these three dots here. If I click on these three dots here, I get a lot more options. Okay. I've got the gallery view, which is going to put everybody in little boxes, but I have now got the large gallery view, which will show up to 49 little boxes at a time, and then this fantastic together mode, which superimposes each person in the meeting's head in a sort of virtual environment, like a lecture theatre or a classroom or that kind of thing, which massively reduces visual stress and is a really fantastic update here. I presume this will be where breakout rooms will be when they are launched in a few weeks' time. I can also go into the meeting details here if I need to copy the info and get a link to share if somebody can't access it for any reason. Okay, I can also turn on live captions, which will then listen to my voice, and it will then show that to everybody who's in the meeting so they can follow it along, potentially if they haven't got their microphone, if they haven't got their speakers switched on, or that kind of thing. And then if I need to record the meeting, I can click start recording. Okay, this will record the meeting. It's now recording, and anything I do now, whether it's sharing a screen or anything I do within the meeting, is going to be recorded. And the fantastic thing about recording meetings in Teams is where they go after you've finished recording. So let's say I stop recording now, and let's say I end the meeting. And it's now adding my recording straight in here. It's going to upload it to Microsoft Stream. Microsoft Stream is the sort of cloud video hosting part of Office 365. So it's uploading it now automatically, and then it will be available directly in that channel. Now this is fantastic because this is great if anybody missed the meeting. It's just there for them to view. You don't need to share anything extra afterwards. It's just going to be there for them. But equally, I've been using this to create small little tutorial videos to post into a team. So I've done the way I've done that is to click Meet Now. I haven't invited any students. I've just done the meeting on my own. I've shared my screen. I've shared a PowerPoint. I've given them some instructions. I've given them a little practical demo, just 2 or 3 minutes. And when it's finished, I click stop recording, and then it posts that little video into the team for me. So it's a fantastic way of making very, very easy and shareable video content that you can share securely with your class. Okay, so here is the meeting now that's been posted to Stream, and I can just click on it there and view the meeting straight within Teams. This will record the meeting. It's now recording. And anything I do, if I want to get a link for it to share with other people who are not in this particular group, then I can easily do that by just accessing it on Stream online and getting the sharing link from there. Lastly, when you've scheduled a meeting, it's quite good to be able to, you can go back into a meeting and you can click on meeting options. And this will take you online. And this is useful if you want all the students to be able to share their screens, then you can quickly change the meeting options to on who can present to everyone or people in my organisation, probably the safest one, and click save. And for that lesson, it will allow all the students to present as well. You can switch it on sort of during the meeting, but if you know you're going to be doing presentations and the students are going to be sharing their screens, then you can change that in the meeting options. And finally, you can use Teams meetings almost like sort of a FaceTime video call to call your colleagues very simply. If you've got a chat going in the chat area, with some colleagues, maybe it's just one or maybe it's a group chat, you can easily call them and have a quick meeting using the audio call or the video call button at the top of the chat that you're doing. So if you can see that they're all chatting and everyone's online, then why not have a quick video call with them? Equally, if you want to schedule a meeting in chat, there's a little button down here which will instantly take you to scheduling a meeting, and it will add those people who are in that chat to that meeting. Or if you go to your calls area down the left hand side, this almost works like your mobile phone. You can find people in your organization by searching for their names and just call them there. And if they've got Teams installed on their mobile phone, then they'll be able to pick it up on their mobile phone. So it's a great way to be able to call and contact colleagues as well, straight within Teams. Teams meetings really has come a long way in a short time, and I'm looking forward to the new developments coming soon. I've got loads of other great videos on Teams, including how to use files, assignments and class notebooks, so be sure to check them out on my channel. For now though, I hope that was useful, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. See you next time.